Hey all, TheKillerNacho here again, and I have a battle here against Patrickdv, a guy who wanted onto my Twitch live stream, and this was a fairly good one, so let's go ahead and get into it, and yeah, you should be able to see our teams now, and as you can see, I'm trying out some new stuff in OU, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, anyway, he leads with Sableye, which, let's face it, we kind of all know how this is going to go. This is a Mega Sableye, and I live the Tyranitar. I do not want to get burned right off the bat because I know that these things almost always carry Will-O-Wisp. Not to mention when it Mega Evolves, I'm not going to be able to set up Stealth Rocks anyway, so yeah, I do switch out, and he does go ahead and Mega Evolve, which is a good play for him, and yeah, Mega Sableye comes out and is going to actually just go for the Power-Up Punch, so it's not your standard Annoyer Mega Sableye, but it really doesn't really do much against my Fairy, obviously. So here he kind of surprises me and stays in. I thought he would switch. Either way, I just go for the Calm Mind, so that's like a free Calm Mind for me. He ended up going for the Power-Up Punch again. I'm not really sure what this thing could carry that would actually threaten me. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why he stayed in and decided to go for another Power-Up Punch. But that's all fine and dandy. He's going to switch out now, realizing that that's probably not going to work out well for him. I actually just go for the, Moonblast this turn. And he ends up going into his Rotom, which is pretty clearly bulky Rotom by how he takes that. But, as you can see, he does have leftovers, pretty much confirming that fact. So, yeah. Anyway, he's going to Pain Split, which is kind of annoying, and I just go for the Soft Bud. I kind of wanted to see what he had to do to me, and actually, looking back on it, I probably should have just stayed in now. I mean, I could have probably set up some Calm Minds against this thing as well, so not really sure what I was thinking when I decided to switch, aside from I didn't want my Clefable getting withered down by this thing. Either way, I go into Breloom here, and yeah, he's just going to go for the Volt Switch, which I would have been able to take pretty nicely on Clefairy, and if I had a couple of Calm Minds up, I would have been confident about doing whatever. But either way, he goes into Staraptor now. Actually, that could have threatened me out, because these things are most of the time banded. Either way, it's also going to threaten my Breloom, although my Breloom is going to be able to get off its Toxic Orb, though, so at least there's that. Anyway, I'm going to switch out into Metagross here. I'm kind of predicting a Brave Bird. And, yeah, I think he just actually just goes for the smart play and just U-turns. And as you can see, it still does a ton to Metagross. Well, not really a ton, but quite a lot. I'm thinking this thing is banded. Either way, he goes out into Ferrothorn now, and, yeah, that's not a whole lot to say about that, because I can't really do much to Ferrothorn. So I go back in my Breloom, in case he wants to go for the Leech Seed or something. He's just going to set up Stealth Rocks, which is the obvious play. And, yeah, that's all I can say about that. And, yeah, those Stealth Rocks are going to be a real benefit to him. I'm actually I really need to set up Stealth Rocks myself, because looking at his team, he does have a couple Pokemon that are weak to Stealth Rocks, and it's going to be a long match, so I'm going to need that residual damage. Either way, he actually goes into Mega Sableye again, and I don't have anything to do to Mega Sableye on this Breloom, literally nothing, so I have to switch out, and I go into my Clefable, and yeah, he's just going to actually predict my switch into Clefable, and he goes out into Darmanitan, which is going to scare away my Clefable. Darmanitan is another reason why I really do want to set up Stealth Rocks. Anyway, I go into Quagsire. This is a guy that's new to OU, and I decided to give him a tryout in this battle. He's actually came up, I believe, from NU, if you can believe it. That's the biggest jump I've ever seen in a Pokemon generation, but apparently he's a pretty nice switch in for Talonflames, which is why OU players are starting to use him. Either way, I'm just going to go for the Scald now as he goes into Rotom, and as you can see, it doesn't really do anything. I don't even get the burn. Oh well. And I am going to, what do I do? I actually decide to stay in here. Maybe, you know, bluff the fact that I might be, you know, the water-absorb variety of Quagsires. You never know. I didn't think he would really be brave enough to go for it. Either way, he is going to poison me as I poison him, so we got, like... So he birds me as I poison him, so two statuses there. I like my status better, considering this is bulky Rotom, and Toxic is the bane of all bulky Pokemon. While Bird kind of hurts me because I do carry Earthquake, kind of a mixed set, but yeah. Anyway, he does end up going for the Hydro Pump. I am not Water Absorb. I am unaware because that is the ability that tends to do well in OU. And yeah, I wish I was Water Absorb because I would have been like, ha! But I'm not. I just go for the Recover to see if he would try it, and as you can see, he does. And I really don't like that amount of damage, and yeah, I'm going to switch out now. I don't want to take any more damage on my Quagsire, so I do switch, and I do go out now into my Breloom again, because I do resist both of this Rotom's attacks. And yeah, he goes for the Hydro Pump, which shouldn't do that much to me, and it does not, so there you go. He's going to be taking some more toxic damage as I actually healed in my toxic poison, so that works out for me. Either way, I think I just go now for the Spore, although he's just going to go right back into Sableye, and because of his Magic Bounce, Spore is going to do nothing. As I said, this Breloom has really nothing to do. Actually, I go for the Leech Seed. Either way, Leech Seed, it's unaffected by Leech Seed, it's unaffected by Spore, it's unaffected by my fighting move, and I have Protect as my last move, so there you go. So, as you can see, I literally have nothing to do to this Sableye. Probably a weakness, I said. I probably had to fix that. I probably should give it, like, Seed Bomb or something. I don't know. Either way, I'm going out into Tyranitar now, and I do that because I just feel like I need to set up Stealth Rocks because, yeah, they're good, and I want them. And he just goes for the Ice Punch, which he did reveal that he had. That's why I went out into Tyranitar, and then he gets the Freeze. And I'm like, no, I need Stealth Rocks. I need Stealth Rocks in the worst way. Okay, I can't stay in because I know he has Power Up Punch. I'm not going to stay in and take that. And, if I would have not gotten the freeze there, I would have tried to set up Stealth Rocks. I know that Power Punch probably wouldn't kill me because it's a very weak move. And I would have been pretty solid because, looking at his team, I really needed that residual damage, especially on the Darmanitan and the Staraptor, who are huge revenge kill threats on his team. And really scare me. Like, they are super threatening to me. So, being able to not give them free switch-ins would have been fantastic. But now that I'm frozen, it's probably not going to happen, which is super unfortunate for me. Anyway, he goes into his Sylveon here. I'm just going to continue to Soft Boil because this Hyper Voice damage is doing, like, nothing to me. Actually, well, it's doing something. It's doing about half, but I am healing more than he is dealing. And I see that he is taking, you know, obviously Sandstorm damage, so I'm just going to, like, you know, I was just planning to stall it out a little bit and get it to a point that I'm confident that I can kill it. So, yeah, he is going to switch out, though, and he goes out into Staraptor. And, yeah, I just go for the Soft Boiled again. Should have probably attacked this turn. That would have been awesome, but I didn't. And the Staraptor is pretty scary because, as I said, I'm pretty sure it's Choice Banded, and it does outspeed a good portion of my team. And, yeah, that's just not good. I go into Tyranitar for some reason, and, what does he do? He ends up just going for a Brave Bird, and as you can see, it probably nearly kills me, and it's going to be a 2-hit KO. I think. I don't know. Actually, no, I do think I get a chance to thaw here. Sorry, this battle was a little while ago. And, yeah, here comes another Brave Bird, and let's see if it kills. It does kill, so there you go. Really does suck, because I really wanted to get Stealth Rocks up, and I just didn't. So, oh well. Now, just a quick note, I couldn't have set up Stealth Rocks against the Mega Sableye when I came in with to take the Ice Punch, but I was actually just trying to, you know, pivot switch into Clefable and save Tyranitar for a little bit later when I could set up Stealth Rocks. Either way, that's not good, and, yeah, I go into Garchomp now. I was actually predicting a switch into Ferrothorn, so I go for the Fire Fang, and he doesn't do it, and at this point, I really need to, like, just predict switches. I am a Choice Scarf, Garchomp, so I'm going to need to get some predictions here, and yeah, I'm just going to go for the Moonblast, and he overpredicts me again, going into Ferrothorn, and that, yeah, lowers his special attack, and he is going to switch into Darmanitan. I'm not really sure why. I just go for the Flamethrower. He could have actually just went into Darmanitan against my Moonblast to resist that, but that works. Anyway, I'm going to go back into Quagsire, but Quagsire is a bit weakened at this point, especially after the burn and the Stealth Rock damage, so I'm not going to be able to take 2 Flare Blitzes, so that's really not good, and basically my physical tank is now going to go down, and things are just not going well. I have nothing really to do to this Darmanitan and Staraptor, and it really does hurt, and yeah, there goes down Quagsire. No! Anyway, I go back into my Garchomp, which, as I said, is Choice Scarfed. He probably knows it at this point, and what do? I'm just going to... I think I end up going for Earthquake, and then he goes into Rotom. No, I go for Stone Edge. Okay, I go for Stone Edge, figuring it'll hit anything. It does go into Rotom, so that'll be a 2 KOs, provided I can hit with Stone Edge again. And, yeah, let's see if I can do it. Can I hit with Stone Edge again? At least I can have this. Yes, I can. Okay, so the Rotom goes down, and at least there's that. and he is going to now go on to Ferrothorn, which does resist the Stone Edge, and I'm just going to go out too, and I go out into my Breloom because, as I said, I feel pretty confident that he can't really do much to my Breloom, and yeah, just going to go for the Leech Seed, which obviously does not work does not work on grass types. And I'm going to switch out now, particularly switching to Sableye, because that seems to be his go-to Pokemon against Breloom. He knows that I can't do anything to him. So, yeah, he does go into Sableye as I go into Clefable, which is a matchup that benefits me. Although, the downside of my Clefable is that I can't really do much to his incoming, well, Sylveon or his Darmanitan if he goes into that. I just go for the Calm Mind, actually, to set up, and yeah, that gives me some special attack and special defense, and I'm going to try to just kill this thing, hoping that I can do it from this point, and I cannot. That sucks. He has the Psyshock too, which is going to hurt me because that it's my defense. Actually, I think he would have done more with Hyper Voice still, looking at that damage, actually. But either way, that does take out the Sylveon, and he goes into Staraptor now, and at this point I am running out of switches for this Staraptor. It threatens pretty much everything. I go into Metagross, just hoping that I can take two, but Choice Banded Brave Bird is just too strong. It's going to do way too much damage. I don't have the Bullet Punch on my Mega Metagross, which really kind of sucks. I might have been able to take it out, I'm not really sure. Probably not, actually. But at least would have gotten damage on it, but now I'm just going to Mega Evolve and die. I don't even know why I bother Mega Evolving. I just wasted time. Either way, I'm going to die because, yeah, reasons, and I'm just going to go back into Garchomp. It's pretty much my ace in the hole at this point that I have to rely on Mega Garchomp, sorry, not Mega Garchomp, Scarf Garchomp to win. So I go out to that, I just go for the Fire Fang, thinking that he'd go into his Ferrothorn, and he doesn't. I should have just killed it. Should have just went for the Stone Edge. Oh well, at least we both die, but I really needed to keep Garchomp alive if I had any chance of winning at this point. The Choice Scarf Outrage, pretty strong. Either way, he does go back into Darmanitan as my last Pokemon is Breloom, so obviously he's going to get the KO here. But either way, that was a good game, Patrickdv, pretty darn close. Losing Tyranitar to that freeze really, really hurt. I needed to set up Stealth Rocks at some point in this match. It just couldn't happen. But that's what Mega Sableye does, and that's what it's really strong for. Actually, no, I still have Clefable too, but he's also going to die to a Flare Blitz. So, yeah, either way, let's go into today's question of the day, and that is this. If you could prevent any one kind of hacks from happening to you, what would it be? As in, would you prevent any freeze from happening to you ever, or any burn off or scald, or any crit from happening, or mishacks, like missing with a 90% accuracy move, for example? Basically, what kind of hacks do you hate most that you would just eliminate from ever happening to you if you could? Anyway, leave a comment about that, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. Later.